Pension reform must overcome the main challenges of ensuring social fairness and a worthy standard of living in the form of retirement benefits for elderly people, which today are among the lowest in European countries.
І низькі пенсії, які сьогодні отримують наші пенсіонери,
The low retirement benefits that our pensioners receive today are a direct result of the system we've built since the country's independence 25 years ago. On the one hand, this system does not encourage people to pay into the pension fund. On the other hand, it is unjust by its nature, because the amount of money the pensioner receives is based not on the amount of contributed and not on the number of years worked, rather on the status and category in the pension system categorization apparatus.
виключно за їхнім статусом.
In 2004, the parliament decided to start implementing pension reform. According to the draft law, a new money accumulating system should have been implemented since 2010. But this reform failed to gain any traction from that point. Now we have a three-tiered pension system in Ukraine, but the second level has not even started to work. The deficit of the pension fund is only growing larger, reaching the stunning 145 billion hryvnia. The deficit problem can be solved either by increasing the number of people who must pay money to the pension fund, or reducing the number of people who are eligible to receive retirement benefits.
Тому чим далі, тим більш активно уряд говорить про те, що потрібно вводити цей другий.
The government talks more and more about implementing the second tier of pension reform, which is designed precisely to accumulate people's savings. These must be individual savings, while the pension fund of Ukraine must manage these funds and save them.
Адмініструвати ці кошти і зберігати їх.
The Ukrainian pension system is tightly integrated with the economic, social and financial systems. This is the reason why it is so complex and so difficult to reform, according to Mariana Onufrik, a Ukrainian social policy expert. Our priority is social services, because the pension system is first and foremost a means of social security, which is granted to retired people. Out of 26 million Ukrainian citizens who are able-bodied, only 16 million are officially employed. Out of them, only 10 million pay the unified pension tax. According to officials at the Ministry of Social Policy, that means that less than 40% of employed people in Ukraine pay to the pension fund. It is really difficult to support 12 million retired pensioners who hope that their quality of life is going to improve.
Якщо ми хочемо, щоб
If we want this discrimination, this inequality to be defeated, firstly we need to implement pension reform. We must encourage employed people to make the compulsory pension contribution. We must combat the stereotypes that exist in the consciousness of our people, especially the two most dangerous ones. The first stereotype lies in the thought that no matter what happens, you are going to receive a retirement pension when you are 60 years old. The second stereotype is that again, no matter what, you are going to receive the same amount of pension money as your neighbor who has always made his contribution to the pension fund.
Точно таку, яку отримує мій сусід, який чесно платив внески.
Will the retirement pension age be raised? According to some financial experts, that is exactly what the terms of international agreements are all about. Other experts emphasize that there is no way the retirement age will be raised because the life expectancy of Ukrainians is only 72 years. So raising the retirement pension age without dealing with the numerous difficult problems first is not necessary and detrimental. We should first of all reconsider our social policy and create new jobs. A lot of countries are discussing the possibility of raising the retirement pension eligibility age from 65 to 67 years. Israel is moving this benchmark to 70 years, but they also implement programs that help and encourage people to get jobs, to lead an active way of life, and increase the level of job satisfaction so that they will achieve a decent quality of life. In 2015, Ukrainian lawmakers passed a law which cancelled special pensions. This didn't solve the problem though, because in Ukraine the judges' and prosecutors' pensions are still exorbitantly high, Natalia Veselova underscores. The new draft law will affect only future pensioners.
Я вважаю, що повинна бути трирівнева пенсійна система. До того ж,
I think there must be a three-tiered pension system. Furthermore, we have a successful example of implementing the third tier, namely non-governmental pension funds. This is the level of voluntary accumulations. Actually, non-government pension funds were legislated by the 2004 law, and we already have seen very good results. The only problem is that the amount of money circulating in those funds is fairly small, from 1 to 12 billion hryvnia.
Досить малий, це десь 2,5 мільярди гривень.
Проводячи пенсійну реформу, ми хочемо насамперед.
By implementing pension reform, what we mainly want is that one simple principle rules. Every person gets back from the pension fund the amount of money they contributed to it. The person will receive the level of pension which it took care about throughout their entire working life. Therefore, Ukraine plans to introduce a new pension model that will consist of 3 tiers. As a result of the reform, the rules for calculating pensions for citizens will be fair, understandable, transparent, and upgraded. The government promises to make public the final version of pension reform within 2 months.